Just got the new Home Chef shipment on my porch this morning, and today we're making up the flatbread enchilada pizzas. I'm gonna give you my full review. You're not gonna wanna miss it. Delicious. Here we go, in the oven. Okay, so first things first, making the beef enchilada flatbread is, I love that Home Chef has these before you cook thing. That's a great way of like curving the time frame, because this says it takes 25 to 35 minutes. So I've already washed my hands. I've already got all of the ingredients set out and the stuff that I have to provide, the olive oil and all that over there. I got the oven preheating to 425 and the baking sheet and oh, and it says the ingredients you use more than once. Green onions, that's kind of a nice little extra deal there. Step one is to prepare the ingredients. Trim and thinly slice the green onions on an angle. Ooh, on an angle, keep it kind of fancy. So this is one of our go-to meals when we're out, especially like a bar or kind of a American fare food. We love a good flatbread. Or when we travel and we just need some good comfort food, to get a hold of flatbread pizza is always a good go-to. Just do it like that. Not the greatest green onions, but these have been waiting to be cooked for a little bit anyway. I'm still continually confused about the green onion scallion saga. Maybe if it's just the green part, it's called scallions. And maybe if you have the rest of it, there you go. Get that out of there. And then the other part I'm always confused about, where does the green onion start and the white onion stop? Let's, let's take some votes here. All right, so that's obviously white and that's obviously green there. I'd probably go right to about there. Let's call that thinly slice. Okay, so we're gonna thinly slice these. Oh yeah, there's a finger in there. I wasn't chopping fast or hard, because that could have been bad. Oh shoot, I set on an angle too. I think that just makes it look prettier. I might just put those in a little bowl. I'm just gonna put these in here. They do tell you how to cut the bell pepper. So it says remove stem, seed, and rib from the bell pepper. And I appreciate that, because I tell people, don't assume that I know what I'm doing. I try to act like I know what I'm doing most of the time, but don't trust that. While I'm getting this cut up, I do want to say that down in the description of this video, I'm going to put a really nice, very generous discount code. If you want to try out Home Chef yourself and either get this same meal, if that's still available, or try out something different. There is a wide variety of options on there. Click on that discount link and let me know what you think of it yourself. So we got that cut up, and then the strip steaks you want to coarsely chop, then separate into pieces. So this is sliced beef strips. This meat looks really interesting. It's just like, yeah, just sort of crumbles, like really, really tender. I don't think I've ever tried this. Yeah, this seems like super, super tender meat. I like the look of that. Just sort of melts in your mouth, huh? Or on your knife. This is different for me. Which again, I say this all the time, but this is what's great about these meal kits is you kind of get to try different types of things. Smells good, smells like meat. All right, so that is step one. All chopped up, everything's ready to go. And now step two is gonna move over to the stove. So we're gonna take these over there and cook it up. I like cooking on cast iron, that's my own thing, medium high heat. We are actually out of olive oil, so we're improvising. We're using a little vegetable oil. We add the white part of the green onions. Okay. the bell pepper. In there. I could have cut those up a little bit smaller. I'm not a great improviser when it comes to cooking, so I tend to try to follow the instructions very closely, and I think as I do more of these, I feel more and more confident about, kind of shifting it and changing it up and that. But for the most part, I really try to follow it as they instruct so that I can blame them if anything goes wrong. All right, so I'm gonna add the steak in here. So we're just gonna let it cook up here. And oops, already lost a green pepper. And then you also need the chile and cumin rub. Get that sprinkled in there. This must not be a spicy rub, but it is kind of tickling my nose a bit. Now we'll get that mixed up. This pan could probably afford to be a little bit bigger. Meat could afford to be a little bit more chopped up. But again, hey, it's my recipe. I'll do it the way I want. Well, it's not my recipe. It's my food. I'm cooking it for me and my family. So that's cooking. And we go make sauce. I love these little bottles, these little plastic, reusable bottles. I don't know. We might keep those around to use for different stuff. That's cool. That smells good. So that's got the enchilada smell to it. Let's get these continue getting this kind of stirred up. And I really feel like the home chef is really good about this, sort of the way they pace out the recipes. I do not feel stressed while I'm cooking these meals. Some of the other ones, sometimes, and this is a me problem, I get a little overwhelmed because so many things are going on at one time. Now this, of course, is kind of one dish, is sort of one element where you're just making the pizza. But some of those dishes, I get like really a little nervous. So that is 30 seconds. I think it's gonna need to go on a little longer. So that's feeling hot. I've talked up these little bottles. Let's see how well they pour out. Oh, it's pretty good, pretty good. Get that water keep heating up. Oh yeah, there we go. And okay, all right, stop. So that obviously needs to go in a little longer there. I did set it for 5 minutes. It's at 4 to 6 minutes. 1 tablespoon of water and cream cheese. Yeah, so it's kind of cool that they have Philadelphia cream cheese. Not that some of these other ones aren't name brand ingredients, and sometimes that really is not important, but it's kind of neat that this is a name brand, recognizable brand. All right, this is smelling really good. And I like that, it's a mixture of letting you feel like you're cooking and know what you're doing and sort of preparing stuff for you, So obviously the enchilada sauce is something that's already been already mixed up and ready to go. But at the same time, you get to kind of assemble it and put it together. So we got that cooking. The sauce is too thick, add water, a teaspoon at a time, desired consistency. So I might add a little more water to that. And pretty much once that's done, we're gonna move back over to the table and then assemble this all, and then you throw it in the oven. It's kind of simple as that, so that's kind of cool. Let me get this sauce thickened up, or thinned up a little bit. There we go, that feels like a better consistency. So we're gonna take that off, move that, set that over there. Let that kind of cook up a little bit longer, and then we're gonna get this all assembled. Let's head back over to the table. Okay, so it did say, we're gonna let that rest for just a moment, and we got that ready to go. And now it's just a matter of getting it all plated. The cooking spray. There we go. So then you get these. So I ripped open the bag. It's a Ziploc bag. Well done, Andy. I'm an animal. I'm tearing into it. Okay, so so just kind of lay these down. Try to get these all. Now, I'll use the Ziploc bag correctly this time. All right, and then oh, these are cool. These look like they're like, if they're not like officially made in an oven and properly made, like I'd be surprised, but they look pretty authentic. All right, let me get this evenly topped with the sauce. Okay. I'll spread it out. I can hear you tapping your keyboards from here. All right, we're just gonna get this all, just getting it all distributed because it's easier. Here's my pro cooking tip. It's easier to see how much sauce we have if it's easily distributed. We just have a nice little dollop, all right? Then we'll smear this out just like that. Like I know what I'm doing. There we go, there we go. All right, good. Now, it's one thing with cast iron, it's like heavier, and a little trickier to maneuver and hold around. All right, what's the smartest way to do this, Andy? It's not dump it on the floor, don't dump it on the floor, don't dump it on the floor. Okay, yeah. I'm right-handed, so it makes more sense to have it over here. This seems like a lot of meat. I think we're gonna have more than enough meat for the size of these flatbreads, which is good. I mean, I don't want that to sound like a negative.
Oh no, I have too much meat.
No, this is great. I love that. I would rather have too much and have it heaped up, piled up, than be trying to make it spread and stretch to all of the four corners of the flatbed round pizzas. Flatbread. So this is a little tricky. I could probably get a better, I'm using like a wooden, not a wooden spoon, it's like a wooden spatula, I don't know. I'm sure this comes from growing up in a household where we didn't have a washing machine, a dishwasher, an automatic dishwasher as they call them these days. Me and my two brothers, that was our chore, was washing dishes after we ate. So I think I got it like ingrained in my head to like dirty as few dishes as possible, which is kind of funny now because it's like, well, we have a dishwasher. I can just throw them in there and don't have to worry about it. All right, we got a little, you know what, I'm gonna, the chef's prerogative, here we go. That's pretty good. Okay, so we got all those topped. That was a little more tricky than I thought. So we got 2 packages of cheese, which makes it very easy because it'd be 2, if my math is correct, that would be 1 bag for 2 pizzas. Very possible my math is not correct, but oh yeah, plenty of cheese. And I gotta say, and I'm no expert, this feels like fresh mozzarella cheese. Like it just has that sort of, I don't know how to describe it, like softer feel to it. It doesn't have that kind of chalky, dry feel that you get some packaged cheese. Mozzarella. This looks delicious. Again, feel like a real chef, kind of crumbling up the cheese with your hands on there. If I get to eat one of these pizzas, that's a substantial serving. So, all right, well there they are, and let's throw them in the oven. Here we go. Flatbreads are ready to go into the oven. Let's fire these in. Fire them in, throw them in. Oh, here we go. So they say about 16 minutes until the cheese is melted, and then we'll check back and we'll try them out. All right, so we got everything ready. We are just seconds away. It's looking really delicious in there. And here we go. All right, let me go get it. I'll be right back. So I know everybody's oven's different, but I gotta tell you, I did the 12 minutes, the minimum, right? 12 minutes. That is about perfect. They said, you know, the edges are nice and crispy, but I can feel that they're getting softer. There's just a little burn on the cheese on top, perfectly melted. That, I don't want to toot my own horn, maybe I do, but that is like picture perfect right there. Picture perfect right there. I'm gonna grab this one right here. Just gonna grab that, okay. Just gonna go like that. And I don't even know if this is gonna make it on a plate. I love this pizza cutter. I bought this years ago and I can't get rid of it. It needs sharpened badly, but I just love it. Here we go. cut that up. Oh. We got to garnish with a little bit of these. Cannot forget the garnishing. All right, a little green pepper. There we go. All right, now we cut into it. We just cut this into like 4s, I think. Go like that. Ooh, I could tell it is hot. All right, here we go. Enough dilly-dallying. Okay, here we go. It's gonna burn. All right. Wow. That is so good. I love enchiladas. I love flatbread. And the flavor mixture is really well put together. And I'm glad I took the extra effort to put a little garnishing on there. As silly as it sounds, there's something nice about the blending of the warm cheese and meat and the cool of the green onions there. Really good. Now, it says it's not spicy at all. I'm very sensitive to that. So like, I can feel a little tickle in the back of my throat. It's not unbearable. Nobody else would call this spicy except for me, but it is really good. The meat is delicious. The sauce is great. The crust, all of it. I mean, this is good, and I got to save some for my family. They'll be home any minute here, but man, that's good. That's good. Listen, if you want to try this out or one of the other recipes, in the description below, sorry, my mouth's full. It's so good. In the description below is a discount code. You get a really great discount on so you can order it yourself. You can pick which meal you want. You can pick how much you want, when you want it delivered, all of that. Totally customizable, no matter what you're looking for. Home Chef has some great options. This is my second box because there was ones that I just couldn't help but try. So click that link. Get your own Home Chef box, and then come back and let me know what you think in the comment section. As always, click the like button, click subscribe so that you can follow me on my journey to find the best meal kit service out there. And if you wonder where I'm at, I'm eating this pizza because it's so good. And I got another meal in this box that we're going to be cooking up later, so stay tuned for that. And I'll see you next time. Oh my gosh. The crust might be the best part. All right, I gotta save some of this. Okay.